Hello fellow fans of the Mighty Saints. Now, back in the donkeys years ago when I used to play football, I was called a shit Alan Shearer. Because mainly I was shit and I had the same hairstyle as Alan Shearer. Yes, coincidentally, we still have the same hairstyle and we still have the same sort of gulf in how good we are at football. And then a bit later I was called a shit Bros, which is even more of an insult because Bros were regarded as a shit combo at that time. Times have changed. Such behaviour is now considered to be bullying. But when you get 30,000 people together and it becomes acceptable to shout, "You're just a shit Steven Gerrard" to Frank Lampard, is that bullying? Is it disrespectful? Is it banter? And is banter bullying? 2 months ago, I was one of the many Saints fans shouting, "Sack the board, sack Tom Eckert," and now look where we are. Well, this is the story of the last year, told mainly by the TikToks I've posted at that time. Please like and subscribe and enjoy the journey.
Could Liam Rosenior become the next Southampton manager?
Who? Finally, we have a little bit of good news as they finally get rid of that useless idiot, Ivan Juric. So, Southampton played Leicester City at the King Power Stadium today, a side that was running short on first-choice players. A side that are also a championship side and failed dismally. So those of you thinking that we're going to do all right in the championship next season, think again. And Southampton have just released their list of players that will be leaving on the 1st of June. They've also disguised it as their team list against Manchester City today. Saints fans think they're going to get a glimpse of their new manager, Will Still. Southampton have signed Flynn Downs' brother, apparently, as a striker. Not his brother, Damien Downs. Really excited. A new championship season is upon us. So I think we'll probably finish mid-table. We've learned that the side isn't quite settled at the moment.
I think if we don't win the league, it's been a bad season.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Top two.
Win the league, that would be nice. However, there are already 2 teams in the league proven to be better than us. Southampton play the league leaders Stoke, which unfortunately, I'm sorry guys, my natural inkling is for pessimism and I feel we're likely to lose that game. Good evening fellow fans of the Mighty Saints after Saints lose at home to 10-man league leaders Stoke City. And unfortunately it's left me feeling that we need some players, strikers specifically, that can actually finish and score goals. So Southampton have signed George Long from Norwich on loan for the goalkeeping position that will probably mean he's going to be on the bench for most of the time. And it's time to say goodbye to Sugawara and to Tyler Dibley. Really good solid 3-0 win for Southampton away from home against, of course, Norwich City in the EFL Cup. The weight was lifted off their shoulders once Cameron Archer knocked that goal in the first half. Manning and Fraser were solid. Fraser, in fact, got the second goal. Edwards was pretty good today. He didn't put a foot wrong as far as I could see. The 3 central backs across the back worked all right for Will Still today. Well, Moses Cisse came on, his 16-year-old got his debut, but it was actually Karu Matsuki. I'm not very good at pronouncing names, but he scored an absolute blinder. So Ben Brereton Diaz is yet to perform for Saints. We won! Get in! Come on, you Reds! Saints achieve a 2-2 away draw at Watford after being up twice in the game and failing to defend as per usual. We need to sign a striker. Personally think this transfer window should end on the 1st of August, not the 1st of September, because it just creates chaos. Start it maybe on the 1st of June, end it on the 1st of August. That's plenty of time for players to be distributed and taken from other clubs. When I see James Ward-Prowse and Kyle Walker-Peters, Mateus Fernandes and whoever else at West Ham end up signing, playing for them, and it feels akin to being cheated on. And not only that, Pompey are above us in the league. Ben Brereton Diaz has joined Derby County on loan. You can guarantee he'll play pretty well for them. Don Ballard, a prospect coming through our own academy, let go to Leyton Orient. Why couldn't we give him a try? We need strikers. I want us to sign Josh Sargent. I'm banging on about this for bloody ages. Damien Downs doesn't appear to be up for it. I don't know whether he's just out of form, he's got no confidence. I don't think he's right for the club. Finn Azaz, who seemed to play quite well against Watford, Casper Yander, Tom Fellows. I'm excited to see him play for us. Obviously, Damien Downs. Joshua Kwashi seems to be okay for the club. Mads Roersleff, I think it's really, really good. And the pointlessly signed George Long when they let Joe Lumley go. They might as well just kept Joe Lumley and not bothered with that waste of a... Not there, careful what I'm saying here. Waste of a loan signing. How many games has Aaron Ramsdale played for Newcastle? What a waste of time. He might as well either gone to a club where he's actually going to get first team football or stayed with us. And there's rumours that Adam Armstrong's going to go. Really don't want that to happen. Jamesbury, don't want him to go. And Charlie Taylor, don't want him to go at all. Good evening, fellow fans of the mighty Saints after Saints draw 0-0 with Portsmouth. I was at work, so I had to listen to the match on TalkSport 2. And it was quite clear that the first half, Saints were awful. Maybe nerves, maybe the fact that all the new players we have didn't quite understand what the South Coast derby meant to both teams. Portsmouth, however, a settled side, they clearly were up for it a bit more than we were. Fortunately, in the second half, Saints came back into the game. And I think the larger scheme of things, a 0-0 draw was probably a fair result, but not the spectacle that I was hoping to show the rest of the world what this match means to everybody associated with it. It looks like we've got a load of players that missed out on their want-away, attitude and have been stuck with the club, and they've got no passion to play for it. On top of that, we've got a very poor defence and no attacking options. So how is a team supposed to win football matches when they can't defend and can't score goals? I felt this is one of the best performances Southampton have put together for a while. We always seem to play well against Liverpool, and there were notable performances throughout the whole squad. I also felt we were very unlucky not to hold out for a penalty shootout and that Liverpool's winner was offside, but I'm apparently the only person who thought that. Damien Downs. When the man on the left of this picture could do a better job than the man on the right, there's something wrong. How is this man qualified to wear a Southampton shirt? I'm celebrating, can't believe I'm celebrating, a defeat by Southampton to Liverpool, who obviously one of the best sides in Europe. It was a second string side, but I think they're going to go on and win the title. And I think the players tonight should be very proud of themselves. I'm going to say, like we all will, that we expect them to carry this sort of performance through to the next league game against Middlesbrough. What do you think's going to happen today then?
I think we'll draw. So against the run of play, Adam Armstrong has come up with a goal.
On the Football Martin live watch video, we were all saying, Will, out. Adam Armstrong, just before half-time, missed a penalty. It was one of the worst penalties I've ever seen. He just scooped it. Well, he didn't scoop it, he just blasted it over the bar. Nathan Wood, what a player he's turning out to be. And Ronnie Edwards, he's taken the criticism he had earlier on in the season, especially against Wrexham, and he's turning into a great centre-back for us. Pompey beat Middlesbrough 1-0 at home, a team we were unable to get anything out of apart from a point. We go to Derby where everybody says foregone conclusion, 3 points, and fail to achieve that. Doesn't matter if they got a throw in that actually should have gone to us. There was plenty of time to win the game. Bit annoyed, as you can see. So now the dust has settled after our failure to get 3 points against Swansea when we dominated the match, created loads of chances, and succumbed to my, I'm going to say theory, that having no strikers means we won't score no goals. And this is why I say we're in a relegation battle. Who's going to score our goals this season? We've got Bristol City on Tuesday, a really good side, and we're going away without a striker the only people I can blame, you could blame Will Still, but Sport Republic are only interested in turning St Mary's Stadium into a leisure facility. What about the team? Who's recruiting? Is it Will Still? Is it some clown upstairs? Tonight was a genuine disgrace. Apparently, Will Still is a big fan of football. This evidence doesn't prove that.
What exactly are your tactics?
It was quite simple. Despite it being really frustrating, my tactics aren't going too well. But all you got to do is get the ball down the flanks with some talented wingers and get the target man in the centre box.
But you don't have a target man.
Yeah, we do have a target man in the centre box. It's the opposing team's centre back. He'll knock the ball in the back of the net for us.
And you think that will work?
It was a tactic I tried while playing Football Manager. It got me to win the Champions League, so...
Big thanks to Will Still for that, and Will also had this to say.
Hi guys, make sure you follow the Saints Adam.
Juventus are pushing to appoint Southampton's technical director.
Oh no, because Johannes Spors has done such a good job at Southampton, hasn't he? Just walking the dog. There he is. And the news has come through that Leo Cienza has finally got the goal he deserves, and Saints are 1-0 up. So, if you're a betting person, it's probably a good idea now to put a bet on an equaliser for Blackburn. Good evening, fellow fans of the Mighty Saints. Remember, mighty in the heart, not on the pitch. Certainly not on the pitch, and certainly not in the backroom areas of the club. So, whose fault is it? 3 candidates: Will Still, the players, and Sport Republic. Good evening, fellow fans of the Mighty Saints. Well, I've just listened to some of Will Still's excuse conference in which he's trying to unite the fans and get everybody behind the team, including the players. That was before he told us that all the players or of any major consequence are injured, and basically, reading between the lines, prepared us for yet another embarrassing defeat. Now, what are they doing at training, getting all the players injured? Or is it just an excuse to not play? Just been reading some clickbait on Facebook while on the ferry. Apparently, Saints have a key player unavailable for the game against Preston today. Well, you know, that's a lie, isn't it? Because we don't have any key players. Well, Still, do you think it was a mistake playing 5 at the back?
Yeah. I should have played 10 at the back.
Do you have 10 defenders?
What's a defender?
You can't call Cameron Archer a target man. You can't hit a barn door at, 2 yards? It's just not good enough. Will Still's substitutions seem to be suicidal. We might be ticking along quite nicely in the match. He makes a substitution and it all goes pear-shaped, rather like Ivan Juric. These players are not capable of playing out from the back. They're not even capable of defending, and we signed loads of defenders. Russell Martin coming back because of that reason would be an unmitigated disaster. Sport Republic haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Saints fans should do what the Sheffield Wednesday fans did: boycott the first 5 minutes. We've played half the teams in the Championship and were 20th in the league. Blackburn, bottom of the table. We lost to them. At some point, things are going to get better. I don't think it's going to be this season. And what do we think of this one? We're desperately in need of a striker, and we allow this to happen. Unbelievable. Good morning, fellow fans of the Mighty Saints, on a day in which Will Still is now on the dole queue, basically. The odds are Gareth Southgate at 16-1, Carlos Corberán 16-1, Gary O'Neill 14-1, David Wagner 12-1, Alex Ravel 12-1, Brendan Rodgers 9-1. I'm surprised he's so high up that list. Lee Carsley 7-1, Michael Carrick 4-1, and Ralph Hasenhüttl at 5-2. Michael Carrick, he has quite a good record at the level we're at. 45 wins, 15 draws and 29 losses in 89 games. And that's probably a better record since Russell Martin had that 30-game run, in which, well, it's a 20-odd game run unbeaten for us. His style is calm and focused. He has that sort of demeanour on the touchline, and his style also emphasises a possession-based playing style with fluid 4-2-3-1 formation, up before the traditional 4-3-3s or the 4-4-2 or something like that. We can't play 4-4-2 because we haven't got any strikers, and he also has the patient build up and quick counter pressing to win the ball back. The favourite, and it alarms me to a high degree, Russell Martin. Russell Martin is the favourite to come back and put us through the same thing we went through last year. I don't like the idea of sacked managers coming back to a club. Most of the players he's brought in have gone, and he's not got any strikers to play. He won't be able to get any strikers until the new year, unless we do sign some of the 5 players I mentioned that are free agents in a previous episode. So I will be moaning a lot if they bring Russell Martin back. I know other fans say, no, that'd be great because he did a good job for us. He gave us, our best time as a Saints fan recently. It wasn't for me personally. I loved us getting promoted back to the Premier League, but my best time as a Saints fan was when Nigel Adkins was the manager. That was Southampton style football, and we managed to gain promotion through him and stay up for a bit. Speculation is rife as to who will be the next permanent manager of Southampton Football Club. At the moment, Tonda Eckert is in the throne, but will he still be in the throne in a couple of weeks' time? I have a funny feeling they're trying to see how we get on results-wise in the next couple of games to see if they can save any money, because they really don't want to appoint a manager that we want. They want a sort of puppet manager that Johannes Spors can control by supplying him with players. At the top of lists at the moment for speculation is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now, I personally wouldn't mind him coming in. He's a known manager with a reputation, and I'd like somebody of that ilk to come in and do a job for us. Brendan Rodgers is another, and I've heard Steve Bruce mentioned in sort of undercurrents, but he can't seem to keep a job very long, so I'll probably say no to him. Either way, I want someone we've heard of, that we can think, whoa, this is exciting. Who should be the next Saints manager, and not Ralph 9-0 Hasenhüttl or play out from the back Russell Martin, because they've proven to be not the right men for the job. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got fired. Imagine my horror when I come home and I'm told that we actually haven't signed Romeo. We've actually signed Sam Dingle from Emmerdale. Good evening, fellow fans of the Mighty Saints on the eve of our first game post Will Still. Good evening, fellow fans of the Mighty Saints. Yes, mighty in the heart. Those people who keep on jibing at me saying, why are you saying the Saints are mighty? Well, everybody's club is mighty to them. I had to do this video now because Saints have done something they haven't done for quite a long time. Scored a second goal in the league, and Leo Cienza has just added to Jay Robertson's goal earlier on in the second half to make it 2-0. It's so exciting, I can't believe it. And I can't believe I'm finally reporting on a Southampton victory. As we come ever closer to the decision who we're going to have as our next manager, I'm just going to say 3 names that I won't be disappointed if they get the job. 1, Mark Robbins. 2, Michael Carrick. And 3, Brendan Rodgers. If Johannes Spors appoints Gary O'Neill as a new Saints manager, he has absolutely no idea of the history between Southampton and Portsmouth. Fortunately for Gary, out of the 100 games, he had 31 wins, 52 losses across all competitions. Not the right man for this club. So please, Johannes, do not appoint Gary O'Neill as our new manager. In a previous post I made it quite clear that we need a new manager who's going to unite the fan base and unite the team. I don't want this chap to be the new manager. Some people will agree with me and some people will think the opposite. That splits the fan base immediately. Johannes Spoors is an absolute numpty. While he's in charge of recruitment for this club, we're doomed. So please, Johannes, do not appoint Gary O'Neill as our new manager. So I left the house to walk the dog. There he is. Casper Yander had put us 1-0 up. Now Fizzazaz has made it 2-0. Is that an indication that Will Still was the problem at the club all the time? Come on, you Reds. Scratch that. Normal service resumed. Sheffield Wednesday have pulled one back. What was I going to say? How much longer have I had?
Well, exactly. Only
Celebratory.
one.
Good afternoon, fellow fans of the Mighty Saints, and I can't believe I'm actually reporting on a second consecutive league win for Southampton today against Sheffield Wednesday. Well, today is a defining game both for Tonda Eckert and Johannes Spoors. If Saints manage to get a win up at Charlton, the chance of Eckert getting the job permanently increase quite a lot. However, if they lose, the fans will start asking for a more experienced manager, just like we have been. It's quite clear that the football club itself is not the slightest bit interested in what the fans want. Oh, they've bought Bragg in. Young Nipper's been bought in, that's really good. Fairly strong lineup, really, but we are playing a fairly strong side. So it's half time at the Valley. We're on our way to the cinema to watch Wicked. What's it called again? Wicked what? Thanks everyone for the backup there. Saints are 5-1 up. It's a shame about the one, but we're 45 minutes away from Tonda Eckert becoming the permanent first team manager. But who cares if we absolutely annihilate Charlton, eh, Owen? Yeah! Come on, you Reds. According to Charlton Athletic, we are indeed Mighty Saints, because I feel after the performance of Saturday, Southampton FC are back. I just hope it lasts, really, but the performance of the side during the whole match, and mainly in the first half, was just out of this world. It's just the way that we Saints fans expect our team to perform. I do feel now that because most Saints fans are against Sport Republic, or should we call him Spoors Republic, because Johannes Spoors tends to be their sort of talisman in some ways in the recruitment department, and a lot of us have criticised the recruitment specifically of managers that Spoors has been involved in. Now we've been once bitten, twice bitten, 3 times bitten and umpteen times shy with the managerial situation. So, we want a manager who's experienced, someone we've heard of. Spoors wants to appoint his own man every single time. However, if the man that Spoors gives a job to turns out to be a footballing genius, or just gets the team playing the way Southampton teams are supposed to play, we might just have to swallow our pride and say on this occasion, Mr. Spoors, you're right. Most of the managers, if they'd gone, come into the job as an interim and won 3 games in a row, would get the job by default. But because of the relationship between the fans and Spoors, we're just saying, shall we just see how it goes for one more game? We beat Charlton, who are above us in the league. Yes, we had one poor performance, one good performance, one excellent performance under Tonda, and we've got Leicester City tomorrow. So I feel that if we can get or put in a good performance against Leicester and get at least a point, we should really give the job to Tonda Eckert. There's 23 minutes gone. A breakaway move from Leo Cienza put Finnazaz away, and Finnazaz has tucked it in. 41 minutes, another set piece after a bit of pressure from Saints from set pieces, to be honest with you. Harwood Bellis has just got his second from the corner by Ryan Manning. I'm committing myself to this statement. Saints are back. And the question is, do we now adopt Tonda Eckert as our permanent manager? Whatever happens, Tonda Eckert has changed the fortunes of Southampton Football Club. Should he get the job permanently? Every time I've posted this video to date, people have said, no, let's wait until 6 games, let's wait till the new year. No, we just need a named manager that we've all heard of. But no manager has done better than Tonda. No manager has started a tenure at the club and won their first 4 games in such style. And after having watched the highlights of the Millwall-Southampton game yesterday, I've come to the conclusion that Millwall was slightly lucky to get all 3 points. Hello, fellow fans of the mighty Saints, and Southampton have beaten Birmingham City by 3-1. And when Birmingham pulled one back at the beginning of the second half, I thought, here we go. But no, Adam Armstrong pulled it out of the bag, gave us that 2-goal cushion, and fortunately, the Saints do what Saints should do, hold out and win 3-1. And I can't tell you how absolutely thrilled to bits I'm able to post videos of my team winning. I know you've been waiting for me to comment about Tonda Eckert's permanent employment as first team manager. I am absolutely thrilled to bits about this. I think he's done an amazing job. Being the natural pessimist, I'm a bit worried that there's always a chance that the honeymoon period is over.
Well, I'm here with Ellie from the Football Ellie channel. I feel that with 6 wins out of 5, we ought to trust in Tonda.
Yes, absolutely, and I think I know. I said, when we sat Will Still, that appointing Tonda wasn't the right thing. I think maybe I was wrong there. I know it's only been 6 games so far, and we've scored. We've gone from a team that can't score a goal to scoring so many goals. So yeah, I think let's roll with it. He's got his contract now, and I think it's good to have the stability that they finally announced him, because it took a little bit longer, didn't it? I know that they interviewed some people, and obviously that they came to the decision that Tonda was the right one.
Yeah! And that's it! That's it! Hurrah! Saints win! 3-2, and it should have been much easier than that.
A penalty was missed or saved on behalf of Adam Armstrong, who's been so good up to now. But being a Saints fan, I think the thing that always is in your mind that when runs come to an end, they can go in the opposite direction. Good morning, fellow fans of the mighty Saints. After Saints achieve a really creditable draw against the team at the top of the table, I went around the ground during my match day vlog on Saturday, and obviously I don't do predictions like Roger doesn't, but I did use my old friend Chat GTP, but Roger was not impressed.
Well, Chat GTP thinks it's going to be a 1-1 draw, so I'm going for 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah, set up for 2-2?
Yeah, but yeah.
As long as we're not 2-0 up.
I wouldn't trust Chat GTP for one moment.
And why take Cienza off? He was playing well. He hit the bar. I mean, he had a great chance on 59 minutes. There was a great run and effort from Robinson, and he came on 66 minutes. And then they took fellows off just as he was getting into the game. It didn't look like we were going to get anything out of the game, to be fair. We didn't play particularly well in the first half. Cienza was on the bench when he came on. I don't think Cienza made a massive impact coming on, but some of the other substitutions did. Matsuki came on and played particularly well, and Camaracha finally gets a very important goal for the club. So Southampton travel to Middlesbrough and lose 4-0. Absolutely appalled by this result. If Tonda Eckert thinks that's acceptable, then he needs to go. If he comes up with the excuse, oh, we're playing the team in the top 2, then he needs to go. It's totally unacceptable. I feel so sorry for all those Saints fans who travelled all the way up there in the freezing cold to watch that crap. And my son-in-law is a Middlesbrough fan, and I've had to put up with this. Hello, fellow fans of the mighty Saints, and it is an eventful day with Damien Downs going out on loan back to Germany with Hamburg apparently, hopefully with a view to buy at the end of the season. But at long last, Saints fans have decided to engage in a protest. And some of you may be asking why we're letting Ronnie Edwards go to Queen's Park Rangers, a young upcoming player who I personally think was quite a good lad, and keeping players that are coming to the end of their career, such as Jack Stevens. Am I the only one thinking this? And Southampton blunder to a 3-2 victory at Doncaster today after Cameron Bragg and Cameron Archer put us 2-0 up, and Matsuki sent us in at half-time at 3-0, and everybody was thinking, oh, we might actually get through comfortably. But no, the visit from Johannes Spores at half-time to remind the manager that we're not supposed to score more than 3 goals in a match. Obviously, Charlton match was a bit of a cock-up in that department. They go out in the second half and play well within themselves and allow Doncaster back in the game through Pearson and Gibson.
Then I think we're probably going to end up middle towards the bottom of the table. I just think, we're kind of just drifting along at the minute. I mean, perhaps that's what they want.
And there you have it. I've left the ground while the game's still on because Saints are never going to score another goal. An absolute disgrace, as usual. So my instant reaction to Southampton losing 2-1 at home to Hull. They didn't really put up anything against them. Everything's a complete shambles. I was criticised for saying that Saints are in crisis after we beat Doncaster. Apparently that revived us from the crisis that we're in. We are in crisis. Can't really deny it. It's an absolute joke. I'm sorry. Result not good enough. Hello fellow fans of the mighty Saints. I've been trying to work out Sport Republic's ethos while being sat in my car here. The parachute payment next year will be 45%, so maybe they're thinking if we go down to League One with a 45% Premier League parachute payment, we've got a good chance of having enough money to maybe win League One, because it's certainly not going that way, is it? We're going that way. I'm with a very special guest. I don't know if you recognise him, Mr. Matthew Letizia.
Ah, good evening. How you doing, mate?
I'm fine, thank you. What do you think about what's going on at the moment? I know your face has gone very, like you're excruciatingly in pain like we are.
Oh, well, yes, it's been a frustrating few weeks. Hoping that things turn around a little bit this evening, because this is obviously the warm-up for a very big game on Sunday, so we're expecting 6 points in the next week.
I thought 6 points today would be good, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, that'd be nice. 6 goals would be good.
What about Adam Armstrong then? It looks like he might be going.
Yeah, I heard that today. Yeah, a little bit surprising, but I guess you've got to trust in what people see behind the training ground, and you know that's something that we're not always privy to. So we'll see how that pans out.
Well, we need a bit of good luck today, don't we? It's been a little while since we had some.
We do need a little bit of good luck, and a few goals that will give the lads a bit of a boost before Sunday.
Thank you, Matt. OK, we're going to go into lecture now. We're going to be with Ellie, because I want to know what Ellie thinks about whether this could be Tonda Eckert's last game as manager if we lose today.
I think I've seen lots of different opinions. Some people saying yes. I'm more inclined to say yes, but a lot of people saying no. We need to keep him in for the Pompey game.
That's what I'm worried about. It's the Pompey game. If we lose today, you know it's going to be a similar story against Pompey.
Yeah, I really hope not. It's just not. It's not good at the minute, is it? But maybe you get that bounce back potentially of sacking a manager. But it's just too close to the Pompey game, really. But I think if it wasn't the Pompey game on Sunday and Saints lost tonight, I think that would be his last game in charge, and it may be. But yeah, I think it's really tricky to say with that Pompey game. It's too big of a game to really. I don't know, Adam. I don't know the answer to you. Honestly, I really don't. So my very unusual instant reaction video here from St Mary's Stadium after Southampton beat Sheffield United 1-0, which is good.
What's best is that they played well throughout the whole game as a team. Each individual put in a really good performance. Even the subs came on and played really, really well. I'd say the player that was probably least effective was Yeller, to be fair, but it was just a very brave and battling performance from those. They play like that everywhere. I don't think there ever would have been a problem. The only time it started looking a bit wobbly is when Tonda changed it to 5 at the back again during the added time, because most of the match it was a 4 at the back, which is what we always wanted, and hopefully we've proved a point by pressing on that. But yeah, 3 good points. Hello fellow fans of the Mighty Saints. I'm here at work, but I'm thrilled with the fact that Tonda's going to go with a 4 at the back. Southampton have achieved a 1-1 draw at Fratton Park in a much better South Coast derby than the one we watched earlier on in the season, to be fair. It seemed that Saints were on top for most of the game after putting out 4 at the back formation, which sort of balanced Pompey's 4 at the back formation. Certainly the style and finesse that Southampton played with was balanced with the tenacity and spirit of Pompey's play. But in the second half, an amazing touch by Finn Azaz set Leo Cienza away. And he ran on one-on-one with the keeper and put it in the back of the net. And at that point, you felt that Southampton were going to go on and win it, despite the fact there was always a chance Pompey were going to fight back. They didn't so much fight back as were given an equaliser by a bit of a cock-up in the defence. The ball came over from a corner, bounced off Harwood Bellis's thigh, up in the air, looped over the goalkeeper and was tapped in. Instant reaction video to Saints winning 2-0 at Stoke today. 1, small elements of surprise. 2, we had a really good side out today, and after going 1-0 up quite early, managed to steer that through to the second half and get a second goal and kill off the game, which is something we haven't done a lot this season. But obviously, as a Saints fan, you've got to be absolutely thrilled to bits. Your team go away and win. Obviously, there's a few doubts over whether that's Harwood Bellis' last game for us. But let's take the joy while we have it. And fantastic, so pleased. After 43 goals and several seasons, 7 million quid. Bye-bye. Joe Aribo has gone to Leicester City. The man who didn't want to play for Southampton in the Championship goes to another mediocre Championship team. Good morning, fellow fans of the Mighty Saints. So we arrived this morning with Kyle Larin having signed from Feyenoord as a sort of backup striker. So we signed him. Hope he's going to be good. And Sheffield United, who we beat the other week, signed Calvin Phillips. So instant reaction from St Mary's Stadium with Southampton beating Watford 1-0 with a debut first touch goal from Kyle Larin. Tonda Eckert has admitted he's going to be playing a second string side against Leicester in the FA Cup 4th round tie tomorrow. I've heard a lot of outlandish predictions for this match based on the amazing comeback, but remember, we conceded 3 goals in the first half. Leicester City are capable of scoring. So what are your adjusted predictions for tomorrow? In the comments box, please. Come on, you Reds. Hello, fellow fans of the Mighty Saints. After our fine 4-3 victory at Leicester yesterday, and the man that helped create at least 2 of our goals, I've got an exclusive interview. Yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits to welcome Leo Cienza onto the show. Hello, Leo. How are you feeling after that amazing victory? Leo? Is that because you're really, really happy about it? Or because I didn't go to the game? Oh, okay. So, a game that was mainly appallingly boring. Had a few light moments in it. 2 goals for Saints. Great performance by James Reed when he came on. There were some good little performances here and there. But, of course, we've won the game and we're in the 5th round of the cup. I'm hoping that next time Tonda might decide to play a stronger side. But
he's going to be vindicated because we won the match. He put out a second string side against a slightly stronger Leicester second string side, and we came up winners. So of course he's right. That's what he wanted, and but obviously he wasn't thinking about the entertainment spectacle of what we've had to watch today. But can't complain. Fantastic result. It's always nice to have a cup run, and we're on one at the moment. So an instant reaction video to Southampton 1, Charlton 1. Opportunity missed after patiently waiting to get the opportunity to go 1-0 up. They couldn't hold on to it, and there was a chance to win at the end, but once Charlton got the equaliser, they weren't going to let another goal in. I'm a bit flabbergasted, to be fair.
I know, 7th in the league though, we're on the way up.
I've waited a very, very long time to see Saints put in a win like that. Hello, fellow fans of the mighty Saints. I come bringing joy as Southampton go away and win 3-1 at Sheffield Wednesday. So Saints beat Fulham 1-0 after a penalty from Ross Stewart. I'm really proud of the way Southampton conducted themselves during the match. Very well described by the BBC as usual. About 3 months ago, we were calling for the sacking of the board. We were calling for Tonder to be sacked and to be replaced by a manager we'd heard of. Who's right in these circumstances? Should fans butt out of a football club's business? We complained about the recruitment. There has been some poor recruitment, managerial recruitment before Tonder, obviously. If you look at Will Still and Ivan Juric and Damien Downs. But the playing recruitment has actually been very good. And this match today has illustrated that. I know, confidence, that does breed success to a certain degree. But the players have worked very, very hard to go on this run, the cup run and the run of 10 consecutive unbeaten games. It's a run at the right time, and we need it to continue, obviously, because we want to get into the playoffs. But wow, we're in the quarterfinals. So my instant reaction video for Saints winning 2-1 away at Coventry is, yeah!